Okay, so would you like to see Sharia law in Canada replace Canadian law?
At some point it will. Because we have families, we are making babies. You're not. Your population is going down the slump.
That's
right?
Yeah.
And by 2060, according to Pew Research Institute, your research, by 2060, Muslims will be the biggest religious group the world over.
Right.
What are you going to do then?
Actually,
are you going to oppose Sharia even then?
Well, you know what?
Are you still going to oppose Sharia then?
I'm very appreciative of the honesty. We don't usually get that. So
when Muslims go and conquer the adjacent country, what do? We kill them all? No. The Prophet says, the first thing you do is call them to Islam. If they refuse, then tell them Allah obliged upon you to pay taxation. In return, when enemy comes and attack your country, you don't fight. We Muslims protect you. Subhanallah, for this little money? Yes. And you enjoy sitting in your homes and in your country and live your life normally. But the ruling is for Sharia. So you do not open nightclubs, you do not fornicate. If they refuse, then we have to fight. And if we fight you, then we capture you, you become our slaves, and we take your land, and you take because you refuse. I give you two good options in the coming 40, 50 years when the Muslims become strong as they're supposed to be.
If the Great White Hope accepted Islam, would you accept Islam?
No,
Why not?
because I'm a Christian.
What drew you to Christianity?
God,
And do you feel like, have you ever looked into Islam?
I have. But,
And what is it about
but
Islam
just to
that-
understand it better, not to be a member of it or anything like that. And the thing that I don't trust about Islam is that, and maybe they've changed it now, you are taught to lie and deceive the Christians and the Jews, and that the Islam people see us as infidels, and their whole mission is to destroy the infidels. And I know that the Muslims want to conquer the world.
Yeah. No one will shy away from that.
Why you
Referral
want to conquer the
program.
world?
Reason why you have to fight them is because they are Jews and Christians. You should fight those empires around you, or those hukumat around you, which are Jew or Christian, until they give the jizya. That's fine. That we already know Islam allows. And then the howness of that is in the hadith. The three options that they're given: either you give the jizya, or you do this, or you do that. We're not apologetic about that point. That is truth. If your religion has to have an expansionist element, so then therefore there is no situation or conceivability of peace being made between Muslims and non-Muslims. Islam is a warrior religion in many ways, and it's unapologetically so. It's about expansion, it's about conquest and so on.
Now, legally, when Muslims live in places like Britain, for example, which feel legally we would classify Britain as Darul Harb, right? Which is, if you translate it, it's abode of war.
The kuffar from Dar al-Harb, there can never be a permanent treaty with the kuffar, because it cancels out jihad. It can't be forever. When Muslims get stronger and it's a benefit for the Muslims, they inform the enemy, this treaty has come to an end.
So have a look at this video by Silly Dilly Doo Dilly Hussein. Look how casually he's talking and discussing various methods at their disposal to bring Sharia in non-Sharia countries. Have a look. So this video has already got 131,000 views, and look what he's saying.
How can we, re-establish the Khilafah again?
So re-establish the caliphate. In the caliphate, you have Sharia law. That is the biggest prerequisite of creating a caliphate. This is exactly what ISIS wanted to do. This is exactly what Baghdadi wanted to do. And hence the name ISIS, Islamic State, which was a caliphate, and he declared himself a caliph. So look what our silly dude has to say.
So there are three methods. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Our brothers from Hizb ut-Tahrir.
Ooh, our brothers from Hizb ut-Tahrir. Ooh, our terrorist brothers. Okay.
Who believe You do some grassroots dawah, you awaken the community, you awaken the ummah, but really you seek power from a select group of elite who will give you nusra, and then you do maybe something like, but not restricted to a military coup, takeover, done.
So basically, he's saying that let's just do dawah, let's try to brainwash people, and then powerful people, the elite of these countries, brainwash them with Islamic ideology, brainwash them with Islamic caliphate ideas, and then done. Then they will do the rest. So that's step number one. Okay, that's what his brothers in Hizb ut-Tahrir believe. So not a military coup, but people who can bring about a military coup, we need to change their minds. Interesting.
Yeah.
Then you have our brothers who, I don't like this term, they are what you would call from the jihadi spectrum.
Well, he doesn't like the term. Okay, but these jihadis. So the first ones are Islamists who believe in changing the system by brainwashing, i.e. dawah. And then there are people who want to do it militarily, the jihadis. He doesn't like the label for some reason, but that's exactly what it is.
They say that no, we cannot seek nusra because they are taghut and the army are taghut. We have to take it by force.
Ooh.
We have to establish Islam by force.
Yeah.
Then there are those who, even though this movement has developed through the time, they say, well, hold on here. We need to deal with the means that we have, with the mechanisms that we have.
Because of sensitivity, let us not mention certain groups.
Ooh, let's not mention certain groups because we might rat them out accidentally and the British government might proscribe them. Clever. Okay.
Okay, so we will do da'wah. And we will seek nusra from...
Nusra means support.
Maybe the
Ahl Hali wal Aqd, or maybe the military elite.
The military elite.
Yeah. As one example.
Yeah.
That's one example, the military elite of a country, like the military elite of Pakistan or Egypt or whatever, all of those countries, maybe Britain, but he didn't say that specifically.
You are working with the system, and also you have put your people in the military.
Oh, like put your people in these powerful organizations where they can act as your agents, as your spies. So casually insulting. Look at this, openly discussing it. You know why that's happened? Because we've allowed them to do that.
Or you give dawah to the people already in the military.
Yeah, and then, okay.
Either install your own people in the military or give dawah or brainwash the people in the military.
When they become, those people, when they accept your da'wah, and they become part of you, have to work within the system.
To overthrow the system.
To overthrow the system.
To change the system.
To change the system.
Oh, wow.
We have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. So here it is, the snake. It's called the snake. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she cried, I'll take you in and I'll take care of you. The border. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and as soon as she arrived, she found that pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed that vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, heavens why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.